one of my devotions for today that I'm going to share with you is life's biggest test. And when we think something is going wrong from our imagination or our dream or our vision, it's not exactly how we thought it was going to be. But then there's a lesson learned, or there's something that grows us to be the bigger person that we need to be. How do you react? Do you self-sabotage yourself? And then feel like you should quit? Or do you press on and know that it's going to be the lesson of growth? So in 2 Corinthians chapter 2:8, he talks about reaffirming your love for him. And for this, the end, as I wrote, that I might put you to the test, whether you are obedient in all things. And when I was thinking about that, I was like, oh man, there's so many different tests that I've had in the last year and a half that, are you trusting the process? And then are you willing to do this work to get this award? So any reflection on what you might be doing, how you might be tested, how you might be growing, or even if you need that reminder that it is a growth versus sabotaging and not on the right direction.
Okay, so that really stirred up some stuff in me. And so here's what showed up. One is I've always been kind of the person to just keep moving on, right? I'm very resilient. I keep plowing through. But what I've learned about myself in the last couple of years, especially, is that I never really process the emotions. I just keep going, and I'm always doing, right? It's like, okay, I just got to keep going. And so now I'm starting to learn to pay attention to what am I learning from this. So even though I was resilient, I was still self-sabotaging myself because I wasn't aware of, I was being resilient to prove I was resilient, not to learn and grow. Although, there was, of course, you're always going to learn and grow. There's, it's not like you don't, but processing it has helped me learn and grow. And then the other thing that really showed up, and I can't remember exactly how you said it, but near the end, you were saying, it was like, do I want to do this work to get, can you remind me how you said it? There was something you said that made me take pause.
I have no idea. Most of it flows right out, and I have no idea.
I'm going to have to listen to the recording, I guess. But it was something, it was like as you said it, it hit me like, yeah, am I willing to do the work? Because there are some days I literally say to myself, oh, is this worth it? Like, why am I struggling so hard? Even though it's really not that hard. I mean, when I look at it, I'm like, who am I fooling? This isn't that hard, I mean, but it feels hard in the moment. And the work, you guys know, owning your own business, it's like, okay, now I have to fill out the application for the PPP loan forgiveness. Well, that's not a 1-page thing. That's like a 7-page thing. And I've got to find my documents. And I'm like, oh man, is it really worth it? I'm just going to send the damn money back, So do I want to do the work? I mean, some days it just feels harder than it should be, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we will pause and come by reaching your destination. So, what you get by reaching your destination is not nearly as important as what you will become by reaching your destination. So, anything that came back from our intentional time, um, with that quote or inspiration that you would like to share.
Yeah, for me, well, my intention during the hour was to go through a training video, and really the focus of the video that I was watching was, rinse and repeat, but also, improving along the way so that you can keep getting better, right? It's that idea of, it's not about exactly what you get from it. It is about improving it because it is something long term. It's not just a one-off thing, which was specifically talking about launching a product or a service that you're doing. But the idea is, you know, I love this quote because it is about the journey, the process, the in between of I have this intention, and then what actually the result is of the intention, what's completed and the action that was taken. Like the in between part is all of the small actions that needed to happen in order to get to the result that ended up being there, right? It may not be what we think it is, but we've grown so much from point A to point B that there's so much in between for us to learn that if we're just focused only on the results and the numbers, we miss all of the lessons and where we can be growing and expanding in our vision, if we aren't taking into account how much we've personally grown from the experience along the way.
And moving forward, we want to be able to do it over and over, right? So once we get to that destination, we want to duplicate it, rinse and repeat. And I don't remember who said it, but you can make $1 million and you can give it all away because you know how to make $1 million now. And you didn't know that before when you were making 10,000 or anything like that. So you have to change, you have to pivot in order to get to that end destination. And when we think about where we were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and what we've grown and learned and processed, well, we couldn't have been where we are today without any of that growth and that knowledge.
Yeah, sustainability is the word that's coming to mind, right? Of the rinse and repeat. It's about sustainability in your growth and the process along the way. So yeah, love that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy